Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider, the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Private alongside Michelle Savage from women's basketball, and they'll be in action coming up this weekend. We'll talk more about that later. But first of all, Coach, I know you've been here coaching this season, but the first time we've had you on the show, welcome to Memphis.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
How you like it so far?
I like it. My mom is originally from here, so I have family, so it helps with the transition.
Well, you're not only familiar with the area because of family, and we're going to talk about it a little bit later. You were at Tulane for quite a while on Lisa Stockton's staff, so you've made several trips to Memphis.
Correct,
as a coach.
I have.
Let's go back, and you're one of the coaches on staff. We've got three coaches of head coaching experience, obviously including Melissa and Amy. But you spent some time as a head coach, most recently before you came to Memphis at Davidson. Tell us about that experience and how that translates in the way you mold with the staff and help things out.
I think when I was at Davidson, it was obviously a different experience being a head coach, and you have people working under you, and you're out there trying to win games. So that part translates to here. When I came here, everybody was willing to win games. They came off of a bad season with a lot of injuries, and I think it was just a new, energized effort on everybody's part, and we all just want to work together and win games.
The place that we probably know you best from, Tiger fans, especially the diehards that have been around and really follow the team, is at Tulane. You were on a staff that put a lot of championship teams out on the floor of the Green Wave.
That was really fun. Lisa Stockton is an amazing boss. I enjoyed my time there. I spent 9 years as an assistant there, and a great experience learning from her. And like you said, we put together a lot of wins and a lot of championships, and that's very fun, and I'm hoping I can bring that same energy and winning environment here.
It's interesting, too, because Tulane and Memphis play in similar type arenas. We have the Elmo Rowan Fieldhouse. You guys had Devlin Fieldhouse down there. So you're used to coaching in that small arena, recruiting to the school and an on-campus facility. You can draw some comparisons between the two schools. Right.
You have a city where there's a lot more in the city involved. You have Beale Street here and you have Bourbon Street there. We had the Saints, whereas they have the Grizzlies here, and it's tough to compete with those type of environments, but I think we did a pretty good job at Tulane in our promotions department and bringing people in there. We had a nice quiet environment. Well, I won't say quiet, but we had a nice enthusiastic crowd at Tulane, and I think here the band is amazing. We have fans. They're a little slow getting to the game, but when they get here, they're very loud. So it is very similar to the environment at Tulane.
Well, what did you see as a coach back then at Tulane in Melissa that drew you to this job when it opened up?
Well, I really wanted to obviously get back in the game of basketball, and Melissa and myself go back even further than Tulane. She was at Ohio State as an assistant coach when I was at Northwestern as a player. So she remembered me, and in the basketball world, it's not very big, regardless of what people think. And so you kind of know people, but don't really know them, but you know some of the same people. So I think the connection there was very easy for her, and she felt very comfortable with me and I with her. So it was a match made in heaven, basically.
You talked about playing in the Big Ten. You played at Northwestern, but let's go a little bit further back than that, because I found it interesting. You were rated as one of the top 15 players in the country. In this day and age, when people follow recruiting as much as they do the actual games and season itself, pretty neat to be one of the top 15 players going into college.
It is. It's a fun thing, and at the time, as a player, you're not really thinking about that. You're just trying to figure out where you want to go. And obviously I chose Northwestern. I wasn't ready to leave home, and it was close to my home, 45 minutes from my house. And so, I think that's one of the draws we have here is we have a lot of local talent and a lot of high-level talent, and it was good to convince them to stay home and play like I did.
Well, once you went to Northwestern, of course you come out of high school like every player does with high aspirations, but you made that happen. Talk about the experience, because you ended up being 3-time Big Ten. You were an All-American as well.
Playing in the Big Ten, I always say Big Ten, big time. That's just me. But I enjoyed my experience. I made some really good friends. We had a great coach in Coach Pirelli at the time, and it was a program on the rise. Anuka Brown had just graduated, and she was another All-American and had great stats leaving Northwestern, and to come in behind her and really try to build on what she had set. It was a great experience, and we went to the NCAA tournament, and we had a great time doing that.
All right, now you're here at Memphis. What are your responsibilities on staff? What is your position that you coach?
I work with the post players, and trying to get them, to be a little more physical, get up and down the floor. I think we have really good post players and hands and rebounding and doing all the little things and being physical. So right now Lena is one of our leading scorers, and so that does me proud. And watching her have the success that she has this year. She didn't play quite as much last year, so her improvement over the year has been really great, and hopefully I can continue to help her get better.
Obviously not the wins you want right now, but you still have a lot of season to go. How do you see this team progressing?
Oh, I mean, we're finally healthy now.
Mm-hmm.
We have, pretty much everybody going now, and today, in our games we'll have, the full roster. And so I think that makes things a lot better and progressing, as a full squad. Everybody's working hard. We're getting better. I see us, really turning the corner in these next couple of weeks to get ready for conference play.
You'll have Samford this weekend. They're going to run that Princeton-style offense. They're going to try to slow things down. I know you guys want to kind of go a little bit faster. What do you see out of Samford?
Well, I mean, they're a pretty methodical team in what they run. They know what they're looking for. We have to be ready for, backdoor cuts, fade screens, things of that nature, and we just have to be on our toes the whole game. But we certainly would like to speed them up a little bit. They want a low-scoring game. We would like a high-scoring game. So we need to do some things to change the tempo of the game going forward.
All right, sounds good. Coach, welcome to Memphis. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
That is Michelle Savage. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.